What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Too Generic. This is Cam and
Rich.
And we're back at it again with another episode. This time, we're reacting almost live to, I don't want to say live, because we're not live like we were the past 2 weeks on playback. So if you missed us, that's why. But reacting live to the USA women's basketball beating France in the Olympics. It's been a great time. We're happy. We're excited we won, but there were some struggles along the way, and that's what we're here to talk about. And we also have UFC, so stay with us for that. Rich, how's everything going?
Man, I was stressing watching this game.
Me too. It was a rough game. To wake up early, eye crud still in there, and everyone's missing layups. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and the amount of turnovers were really bad in the first half. They kind of cleaned those up in the second half, I thought. But
right.
And I thought even though Sabrina didn't score, I thought she did a really good job facilitating the third quarter to help us get back into it. She had a couple nice passes to Collier, and then Kelsey Plum was quiet in the first half. She had a couple big threes, had some clutch free throws late to help us close it out.
Yeah, the first half was really rough. It was tied 25-25 at the end of it. And this is a team that averages about 90 points a game.
Yeah.
Team USA, at least.
And France scored 9 points in the first quarter.
I know.
It was
really ugly. We thought we were playing great defense. It was more of just terrible offense from everywhere.
Yeah, I will say I think the defense was really good from France, and just Gabby Williams was all over the place.
Sure.
I mean, it was everywhere. All over the court on both sides of the ball too. She was fantastic, like she's been the entire Olympics.
Yeah, I just seen like a big issue with what was going on with the team, and I found a graphic to prove it. Let me share the screen real quick. So right here, is this up? Yeah, this is up.
Yep.
All right. So if you look at this, this is the first half, 25-25. And this is Team USA. You know what I'm saying? Look how many three-pointers we shot. 3. We went 0 for 3. And they shot 3 for 18. This should tell you everything you need to know.
And they only attempted 9 more in the second half.
Right. Like, why isn't Team USA shooting threes? They're shooting threes 12 a game. If that's what you're saying, they shot 9 in the second half. 12 a game. That's like the 90s era. They would shoot like 10, 12 a game.
And it's not like they don't have three-point shooters.
That's what I'm saying. You have Sabrina Ionescu who can make 10 to 12 a game if you let her.
But the other thing is Ionescu, Jewel Lloyd, and Taurasi didn't play in the first half. And then Lloyd and Taurasi didn't play the whole game.
Right. Well, I mean, Lloyd's actually not shooting well from 3. So I don't know about if she would add to the three-pointers made per se. But Taurasi, of course. Taurasi, yeah. Maybe she wasn't feeling it. Maybe she just went and partied with the vets last night. And I think that's something that we're missing. Is that I think they partied with the NBA squad because they won gold.
Right.
And that's the real thing to do. Because I bet you half the team is already home. You know what I'm saying? So when Asia Wilson and everybody else want to go party gold, hey, let's go. We're going out tonight. They go, oh, yeah, LeBron left last night with Savannah and his family. Oh,
No, LeBron was courtside though.
Well, I'm giving an example.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying there's going to be players that aren't there. I bet you there are players that left and went home.
Yeah, Tatum's probably out.
Tatum's probably out.
Tatum doesn't want to be anywhere near Paris, France anymore.
He doesn't.
Or Steve Kerr.
Probably just went to Italy or something. Somewhere nice.
Yeah, he's definitely not here now.
No. He left. But with this graphic, just look at it. 13 turnovers, the points off turnovers, and they're getting transition buckets. They're shooting threes. 0 for 3, though. To take 3 threes in a first half of a modern basketball game is insane.
And it would have been okay, but the amount of missed layups they had between Nafisa Collier, Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart missed some. It made
It was rough.
It made it look even worse.
You know, it looked like in the first half, it looked like Asia Wilson was visited by the Monstars.
Mm.
You know, they like took all of her powers from her. She just looked like Charles Barkley when he was out there trying to play with the kids and he couldn't play. He had no skill.
Yeah, she did have a couple difficult games in these Olympics. I thought she missed a lot of shots in the paint that she is going to make 9 times out of 10.
Well, you know, she's an undersized 5.
And also you can play more physical with the FIBA rules too.
She is very physical though, but like
that may have
there's
affected
just a certain aspect to her game that she's just not the best 5. I think she's better at the 4. I think she's kind of like Anthony Davis in this respect, to where they can play the 5 and look like a defensive player of the year. They could be a defensive player of the year if they're healthy enough. Asia is typically, but they want to be there at the 4. That's their game. You know what I'm saying? You want to put another shot blocker next to her.
And that's why Kia Stokes is so important for her on the Aces.
Exactly.
Asia Wilson can have more freedom playing at the 4, and we know Stokes is a 5. She doesn't care about scoring. She's going to block shots and get rebounds.
Candace Parker, when she was there,
same thing with
2 seasons. You know, like it flowed very well. Dearica Hamby, more of a 5 at the time, you know, when she could slide in there and play more of do more of the dirty work, and Asia could work from the mid-range. That's right. What it is. That, you know, but, you know, we're relying on her and Stewie playing the 4 and Asia's trying to play like a 4. You know, it just happens like that.
She played a lot better in the second half, though.
Right.
Stayed aggressive, which I like to see.
Yeah, so we could get out of this, stop sharing this graphic. But it was just something I wanted to bring to the audience because I just thought it was interesting. Like, we shot no threes, basically, in the first half. And, you know, BG looked effective, if anything, in the first half and didn't really get some burn later when it counted and we needed a comeback. We still got the comeback. But tell me she didn't look good early. Oh, of course. I lose you right in the middle of asking a question. But I think Brittany Griner was absolutely killing it. Here, I'll take him out for the time being. Sorry, guys. But, I thought Brittany Griner looked effective. She didn't look like she was tapped in by the Monstars. But mainly it was giving them too much space. I'll add Ritchie back to the stage. It was giving them way too much space on defense. Why was everyone 3 steps back from every France player in the first half too? Like, we just weren't applying pressure.
Yeah.
We were giving them open looks. Ajayi was hitting middies throughout the entire game. She was just feeling comfortable. She was attacking Asia at times. Who'd you have? You had Fatou at just hitting threes. Logo threes from Fatou.
Yep, at the buzzer there.
Yeah, the buzzer, she was killing it, man. She jacked up a few. But that one that was from deep was like, oh, okay. It gave me a little Caitlin Clark vibe, a little Sabrina Ionescu energy, pulling up from almost the logo.
Mm-hmm. But Gabby Williams, the way she was attacking the hoop, too, the way she attacks the hoop, you would think she's 6'7" or 6'8". I mean, she goes – no, but I'm serious. She drives in. She's driving to the cup like she's the tallest player on the court, and, like, no one's there defending her.
No, I agree. It really is an incredible thing to see Gabby Williams work. Like, UConn on UConn, too. You had Stewie trying to guard her, and she's pulling up from the midi, top of the key on her. I'm like, okay. Gabby Williams, will you just come back to the W? Come back to the W with your reinvented game. Because she was a defender, you know, when she got to the league and didn't have all the scoring traits and everything that you really wanted from her. You'd see a lot more air balls than you did, and we still seen one tonight.
And she's a different player, though, when she plays for the France team. She's still – because she's the top player. I mean, she can play with much more freedom. She doesn't have to worry about being a number 3 or a number 4 option. They know it's her. They know she's the number one option on that team.
Exactly. And but Copper.
Copper was huge in the fourth quarter. Had a couple big layups. She had those 2 clutch free throws to help close out the game. And then
that's why I was saying last year, we're Sun fans. For people that are tuning in right now, we like the Connecticut Sun. We're native to the area, so we just love the hometown team. But we're also pretty good. I think we're good. And I was saying the Sky needed to blow it up, and we needed to get Kalea Copper, and they blew it up, and the Mercury got Copper, and we got Mabry. So I'll take Mabry.
And we were talking about a few weeks ago how we thought maybe it wasn't that long ago, or it could have been. Yeah, I guess it could have been 3 weeks ago. We were talking about Copper having, seeing more minutes in these Olympics. We didn't think she was playing enough.
Right.
And now she comes up huge.
Good recall, because we were saying that. Put Copper in. They can't guard her. And that's what she did. She sliced up the defense, got to the cup whenever she wanted.
And now she comes up in the biggest game of the Olympics.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited for Copper. I almost just tricked myself into bringing up Mabry again. But the more and more I think about it, because Copper gets to the cup. Now I'm going to break this off into a Sun tangent. Mm-hmm. But when we think about it, we need 3-pointers at volume. And Mabry is that. We got enough people that could get to the cup.
Right.
We need spacing more than anything. And Mabry's going to be huge for that. But we're back. We're back to the Olympics. So what was I going to say? Oh, France won every 50-50 ball. It felt like a 75-25 ball. Like three out of 4 50-50 balls were going France's way, and it was a struggle.
Yeah, especially that first half was rough. It just seemed like they had more hustle, they had more energy coming out. And to your point, maybe they were hungover. Who knows?
I think so.
They came out real sluggish in that first half.
And France came out inspired.
Yeah, I guess both teams did. I mean, both teams didn't look great in that first half, but France to me played with a little bit more energy and sense of urgency.
Did you feel a sense of urgency from Vegas? Was there a little Vegas energy ever in the game at the end? Did you feel it? They wanted to keep it close.
I don't know, man. Gabby Williams.
But Gabby was just overdoing anything. She was just hitting everything, even the three. And then she hits the floater at the end. But it's a 2 with her feet on the line. It was a little reminiscent of KD.
Yep. The toe on the line.
The toe on the line from KD. I think that's going to be like Gabby Williams' new thing. Everyone's going to remember, that's the girl that had the toe on the line, so it didn't go to OT.
That's tough.
Right? It's the same situation. But this one is a gold medal, not even just going to the second round of the playoffs. This is a gold medal, and her toes on the line as she makes it. I actually think this is a bigger story than people think. I think that people don't even know what a real story is in sports anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just so lost in what it is. But I think this is the biggest story in sports right now. And maybe it's just because this is 15 minutes and recency bias, but I'm dead serious. Toe on the line. This is the KD moment, but for the France team.
And I thought when Marine was bringing the ball up the floor, I thought she was going to take the shot because I only saw Asia Wilson on the left side. So I thought Marine could just pull up, and we know she doesn't really care. She'll take a one-legged shot off balance, fading away to the left, to the right. It doesn't really make a difference for her.
She also pulled up on Asia from 3 earlier in the game, I believe in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I think and she only made 1 3.
Yeah, she only made that 1 3, but she pulled up on Asia specifically. So that's what I'm saying. It was the same side. She could have pulled up on Asia again. But
it also really hurt France, especially they won last game, but she put up a stinker last game, put up another stinker, and obviously today it really affected them because nobody really got anything going aside from Gabby Williams.
Right, feet couldn't get loose.
Yeah, but at least from Team USA, there was other players who stepped up offensively, but there was nobody really on France aside from Gabby Williams.
Yeah, there's big time rebounding issues too.
Yeah.
At times, the offensive rebounds we were giving up, I didn't like it.
I thought more so in the first half, the offensive rebounds were a problem.
Oh yeah,
The first half was really a mess.
right. Yeah, first half was bad. I think, but the second half was probably almost just as bad.
I thought they were a little better offensively, and I thought they were able to hit some more shots. They also got the free throw discrepancy was huge too. The France made all 13 of their free throws. The U.S.
Mhm.
went 27 to 34 from the free throw line, so that also really helped them too.
How do you like our draft pick for the Sun? Did you see her?
The draft pick, no.
You didn't see Layla Khan locking up?
Oh, I forgot about
Jackie
it.
Young tried to hit her with the double move behind the back. She jumped the behind the back and stole it early. And then Jackie Young tackled her, and it was a foul. If anything, that's a take foul, clear path, and she should have got the technical and ball, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about her.
If that was the W, that would have been a take foul. That would have been 3 points for
Yeah,
Layla Khan. That was huge.
those FIBA rules.
But yeah, those FIBA rules I don't think included it, or maybe they didn't see it as that. But I know in the W for a fact it would have been called as such.
Right.
So yeah, that was a big play. I thought that was a huge play for France. And if anything, if you think about it, that 1 point could have been the determining factor. Now
Yeah.
it comes down to 1 point. We could say, could it have been that?
And then that bank shot from Gabby Williams would have sent the game in the OT.
Would have sent it to OT, or she would have maybe had this space of mind to shoot the three and go for the win.
Right.
Who knows? Who knows what the situation would have been? But yeah, it really is. I feel like they got robbed a take foul, and I'm rooting for Team USA all the way. But it is true, and but it is by our draft pick, the Connecticut Suns draft pick, Layla Khan in the first round. She's really a great player. I liked her, and she averages 3 steals a game, I guess, for France.
Nice.
Or for her professional team that she got drafted from,
And so,
not the Olympics team.
when does she come over in the WNBA?
She's on the squad right now. She
Oh, I
got drafted this year.
don't even see her play.
Yeah, she hasn't really played too much. She's probably something like a project they're gonna work to, but
Right.
I'm liking the situation we got going. You know, we got a little future over there for the Connecticut Sun. And I know Alyssa Thomas isn't going to be around next year, and Dewana Bonner, and maybe even Brianna Jones. Someone's not going to re-sign. All of them are going to be free agents, I believe.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
The team's basically blowing up. It's kind of scary when you look at the contract situations over there, and no one is tied in long term. But now you have a Maybury contract coming in, and then now you have this girl playing for the France national team, you know, getting real tick in the Olympic gold game.
Right.
Layla Khan playing great defense on who I believe is one of the best point guards in the W, Jackie Young. So if you're locking up Jackie Young, even on a single possession, making it look tough to where she then tackles you to get the rock, you know, you got under her skin a little bit. That was something.
You got a future there.
Right. We got a little spark. I see it. I see the grit. I see the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for Layla Khan, our pick. So what else did you see from the defense? I did see let me just add this too. I don't know if you know who Salon is.
Nope.
You didn't see the girl out there? What was her name?
I don't. Yeah, Salon.
You know Salon. Janelle Salon.
I don't follow any of the friends.
Well, she was out there playing Janelle Salon. She's Tajon Salon's sister.
I don't know who that is.
Tajon Salon, the draft pick for the Charlotte Hornets.
Didn't even know that.
He just got drafted this year, 6th pick by the Charlotte Hornets. Tajon Salon. French. But they've said he could be this year's Giannis. I've heard something crazy like that. That's what they said. They say he's a project, but he's got really good build and a future. You know, but my thing was Giannis is a playmaker with all that. This guy is like a play finisher. Like he's like an Aaron Gordon. That's what I think he could be. Like he's more of that guy. Giannis was out there with the grainy footage, 6'7". He wasn't even his full height yet, 150 pounds, looking like a noodle, just diving people on fast breaks, blocking shots above the square. He was doing crazy shit. That's why I'm like, this guy's going to be nasty.
With no muscle.
Yeah, I just don't like when it's the guys that are just like doing all these dunks and stuff. It's like, show me some highlights of some actual basketball things that really get applied in the game more than just dunks on a back door on some who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to see some actual things. So I don't know. I've seen a little bit from Tejan Salon at Summer League this year, just to say that. But his sister plays for France. She was out there hustling, grinding, playing some defense. It was solid, you know? You could say Ajayi 10 times. She was freaking hitting mid-ranges, playing great defense. Asia was in hell. Stewie was in hell. Ajayi was everywhere. You were saying Gabby Williams was everywhere. Ajayi was everywhere with her.
Yep. The France defense was great. USA didn't really.
It was them too. And Fatu was holding it down, but it was really Gabby Williams just being a pest to everyone. She was guarding all 5 players somehow.
Yeah, USA didn't really seem like they were in sync, but I think France had something to do with that. France and their defense on the energy on the defensive side of things, I think played a part in that.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I think that's probably what it was. It was probably the energy. It could have been the partying from the night before.
A little bit of both.
A little bit, right? A little bit of both.
little combo. Not a great combo for the U.S., and they still won.
So they still won 67-66. And Asia Wilson, after the game, interviewed live on NBC. They said, "What do you have to say about Kalea Copper?" And she said, "She's that bitch." And I wish I have the clip. It'll probably be on Twitter somewhere. It happened, and we had to go live. I was watching it in the background. And, yeah, oh, my God. It was great. It was great. We'll find the clip. We'll find the clip at some point, and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, it'll be better, definitely.
But, yeah, they scored 42 points and 41, respectfully, obviously, USA, France.
Yeah.
So 42 because they were tied up 25-25 at the half. So 42 in the second half and 41 was attributed to what? They took 9 threes in the second half to only taking 3 in the first.
And Kelsey Plum made their only 2 threes.
Right. But I'm saying, just off the math alone, you take triple the threes and you scored almost double the points. That's math, because why? 3 is almost double 2, right? 1.5, and they scored about 1.5 more because they pulled more threes.
Right.
This is what the math thing is. This is why the 90s and 80s era, the scoring wouldn't keep up. Not the players necessarily, but just the play style and the way it was done. It's a meta. It just is what it is. Certain play styles don't work against other play styles. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, we can play rock, paper, scissors. Rock beats paper, but paper, you know what I'm saying? Certain things beat certain things. So it just is what it is. It's the threes. And they took more threes. They leaned into a more modern game, which we should be playing. And, you'd think they'd be playing. Got Jackie Young on the squad. Why isn't she hitting threes? You know?
Yeah, she took
Jackie
1.
Young's a shooter.
And she took 1 3.
And she only took 1 3. Fiza Collier. Fee could pull some threes. Stewie could pull some threes. Asia didn't even attempt one. But I wouldn't even want Asia to attempt one this game. She had the yips or something.
I wouldn't want Stewart to take threes because she's been horrible from 3 in the Olympics and all season in the WNBA.
I'll still take Stewie from 3. She's been historically, she's been great from the 3-point line, especially for, her size and being a 5, flexible player. I like her taking threes. Asia, she's just learning to take threes and expand her game. In an off game, I don't know if I want her shooting those.
She's been working on it more this season, and she shot
with confidence.
Shot really well in the WNBA, but she didn't take a 3 today.
She'll take a three like every other game.
Hmm.
It's probably somewhere around like 0.6, 0.7 threes a game, something like that attempts. Nothing over one though. But what else we got other than that it was just a sloppy game?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. But
That was pretty much it.
it was a I mean, they had some clutch moments when they needed them in that fourth quarter. But yeah, but it's a gold medal. A gold medal is a gold medal. 8 straight gold medals. 61 straight victories, I think, in Olympic play.
Yeah, 61 straight. You know, breaking records, breaking our own records, if anything. And Team USA just keeps getting better and better. But with that being said, I think we need the next generation to come in and give us a little spark, you know, in the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. You know, we're going to have Caitlin Clark. We're going to have Aaliyah Boston, an actual big down there. And she's Timmy D to me. She's the WNBA's Tim Duncan. I love Aaliyah Boston. I love what she's doing. She's going to build something special down there in Indiana.
Might have Angel Reese.
Angel Reese potentially, you know. We might not need all that offensive rebounding. We might need some spacing. I wouldn't have Angel Reese if I got Boston. Keep it in a stack.
Right, because if she misses that many layups in the WNBA, she's going to miss even more when she's playing with the FIBA rule. She's not.
Oh my God! You should have seen her against Brazil in the under 18 USA game or the under 21 USA game, whatever it is, where the college players play in the Team USA. Oh my God! It was bad, bro. We lost to Brazil. I think she lost to Cardozo. Cardozo guarded her and shuttered her down, like for real, in the Olympics.
Yeah, she's not going to get those same.
Yeah. So I don't know about Angel Reese just yet. We'll have to see if she can knock some threes down. And in 4 years, she's knocking threes down. We'll throw her in there.
Right.
Straight up. I got nothing against Angel Reese, but I would much rather have Aaliyah Boston and an Olympic play because Angel Reese is undersized. She's 6'2", 6'3". She's a noodle.
Right. But I think a lot of these players that were on the team are still going to be on the team next time. I think Chelsea Gray and Diana Taurasi will probably be the only ones not on the team or not even playing. I mean, who knows how many years Chelsea Gray has left with her knees. And Taurasi is obviously done after winning her 6th gold medal, the most all time.
Yeah.
So, but I think most of this roster is still going to be there come 2028, hopefully, as long as they stay healthy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who could be gone from the squad? Obviously, I think Gray probably won't be on the team.
And also, maybe we'll see what happens with Griner.
Griner most likely won't be on the team.
So then you'll have Aaliyah Boston.
Taurasi. So we know 3 right there. And we'll have to see with Fee. Because Fee might start her own league or some shit.
Right. So, yeah, so Caitlin Clark, she'll be in line. Boston will be in line. Who else do we got?
Imagine if we had Caitlin Clark tonight, there wouldn't be any of this. Yeah, she would have made them look like clowns.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark fans are steaming right now.
You don't think so?
Huh?
You don't think Caitlin Clark would have changed anything? Would have been a threat?
I think she could have. It's also it's tougher deep though.
Mm-hmm.
In FIBA, I don't know because she struggles a little bit here. I mean, she's played a lot better than from what the start of the season was, and she continues to make improvements. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be also easier for her because she'd be passing to the. I mean, she's, I think, already one of the best passers in the league, and she'd be passing to, all these great bigs and Brittany Griner and Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier instead of passing it to Melissa Smith and Christy Wallace.
Right.
Don't
get me started on Christy Wallace.
Who either can't catch the ball or they just smoke the layup.
Or Lexi Hall.
Lexi Hall, bricking threes every game.
Every game, but she plays defense. That's one thing about Lexi. You can never knock Lexi on the defense. She's a hustler.
I hope Ryan Howard joins the joins the USA team, not the 3x3, not the 3-on-3.
Yeah, the 3-on-3, I guess, is not her thing. I thought Hamby was going to cook. I don't know how Hamby didn't cook. That's what's confusing.
I know.
Is it just out of her element? Like, what is it? I'm like, you're leading your team in assists, rebounds, points. Like, you're a complete player now. Why are you struggling? You're great in full court, and maybe that's what it is. She just needs the space, and she's fit and strides and beats the defender down the lane, gets better positioning than them. But in half-court setting, when everything's even, she's just not that good of an offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. And that's why the old heads are always good at 3-on-3. 3-on-3 translates well to high IQ basketball.
Right.
When it goes fives, that's when, athleticism can beat out anything.
Mm-hmm. But I hope Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray are on the Olympic team in 2028.
Yeah, I think Alicia Gray would be a great Olympic player.
Great
if I was building a more perfect team for the Olympics, Alicia Gray would be on it. 100%. That's a great call. Yeah, I love Alicia Gray. That's like a real player in any situation. She's going to be a scorer. She's going to be a defender, facilitator. It doesn't matter. She could just do it. Ryan Howard goes out for a little bit. She fills in, shoots more threes. Jordan Canada's out. They don't really have a point guard. She fills in, becomes more of a point guard early in the season. She does it all. She rebounds. Like, she defends. She blocks shots. Like, follow what she does, and you'll see. Like, I know you do because you just vouch for her. But for the listener, like, Alicia Gray is so forgotten when they're talked about the top, 15 players in the league. Alicia Gray is one of them. She might not be a fantasy stat stuffer, but she still is one of those top 15 players. So never forget her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it just happens. The dream is like that. You forget. They're not really competing in the playoffs much, so we just write it off. But you put Alicia Gray on a real contender, and oh, my God. Even the Suns should have traded for Alicia Gray. That would have been incredible. Imagine getting Alicia Gray on this squad.
Yeah, that would probably be better than Marina Mabrey.
But I know it would replace Dejanay Carrington in the starting lineup. But Dejanay, that's why she was 6th Woman of the Year last year, or almost. I think she was runner-up. Did she win it?
I want to say she was top 3.
I think she was runner-up. I think she was runner-up. So she was runner-up 6th Woman of the Year last year. Let's have her play off the bench and be 6th Woman of the Year again. Like, that's what I would prefer. And we'll see with Mabrey what happens if Dejanay gets moved because we need shooting. But maybe Mabrey is the 6th man of the year this year for us. Well, 6th man, just not necessarily of the year and getting an award. But we'll see where the lineup goes with the Sun. But, yeah. All right, what else we got? You want to go to UFC or do you want to talk about Stewie always missing free throws?
We could talk about the men's team.
Oh, okay, yeah. We got the Olympic gold. But this one was just so live in reaction. We just were so excited for it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody who is here, was here, and is going to be here.
Bars. Right?
So, USA men's, I mean, we busted France.
Twice.
That felt better than like getting the Louisiana Purchase from France. Like that's how good that win felt.
Mm.
Have to drop some history on y'all. But I thought, if anything, Curry single-handedly carried the USA team.
And it's crazy. He played horrible for the first 4 games.
First 4 games played terrible, but the last 2 played amazing, and 8 threes in back-to-back games. Like, holy shit. No team can compete with that at all. There's nobody with that type of firepower anywhere else in the world but in Team USA, and it's Steph Curry. 8 threes back-to-back. How does he do it?
I don't even know. The last 3 threes that he hit to close out the game in the 4th quarter is just something else. Really something else.
He always gets the lucky bounce.
Yep.
Did you see Asia's lucky bounce today?
That hit the. I thought it was
Yo,
gonna.
it hit the back of the rim,
It was
hit
gonna.
the top of the backboard, just dropped right in.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll take some of that. A
Right.
little bit of that magic. Because if you think about that, if that shot misses and
Yeah.
Gabby Williams still makes the shot, they win.
Right.
You
I thought.
know, it was literally a 1 point game. So we could say like that is a game winning basket. Every basket counted that game.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go over the backboard, that shot.
For sure.
But it all counts the same. I'll take the 2 points.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, Curry was hitting everything. Um, Joel Embiid had a great game. I feel like people are actually overstating how good he was playing. I felt like there were actually a lot of lapses in
In the
his.
in the semis, he played well, I thought.
Yeah, I would say like the gold, there were a lot of defensive positioning errors I thought he had. I thought he was not boxing out properly. I thought he wasn't in the right situations. I know it's weird playing in the paint that much because people aren't used to being there because of FIBA.
Mm-hmm.
They have this natural instinct and this anxiety in the paint, and they don't want to overstay, and it's just kind of a little weird. They're not in the same situations they would be all the time because usually they have to toe tap and get out. You know, you got 2.9 seconds to be in there. That's it. You got to count to 2.9, and you got to bounce.
Yep.
And I feel like that's just not there. So they're in, like I said, they're in different situations positionally. And I don't know. Joel Embiid just wasn't recovering. He wasn't getting back to the guy who gets, dumped down to. He was coming too high up on shooters. There was no backside help. So maybe it could be the backside help, but at the same time, I feel like Joel Embiid was giving up open looks at the rim.
And also, it's just he doesn't play that style of Team USA basketball. I feel like just they all play with much more pace, and I thought it worked out much better in the semifinals. Or he played a lot better in the semifinals. That was probably his best game of the entire Olympics. But it's
Yeah.
just everyone plays fast. Just about everybody can hit the 3-pointer, in transition and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Kerr kept him in the starting lineup for 5 out of the 6 games, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Kerr liked something he saw. He didn't like something he saw from Tatum. He just gave him minutes because everybody was bullying him.
Right? People bullied him into playing Tatum, but Tatum played good.
Yeah, and Tatum had that easy layup that easy whatever. No, it was a dunk in transition because Curry just handed him the ball. He had
Right.
Curry probably could have had a easy layup if he wanted to, but he was like, all right, I'll just give him the ball. I'm gonna hit all my threes. I'm gonna score all my points from beyond the 3-point line. Give Tatum this easy too.
Mm-hmm.
But at least the bench played well. I mean, the starters did their thing. Durant, Booker played well. Obviously, Curry had a big game. LeBron did everything. But unlike the semifinal game, the bench came in and played a lot better. Ant played better, hit some shots. Drew Holiday hit a couple 3-pointers. Anthony Davis shot well for the few shots he took. So that definitely helped U.S. as well. They didn't get off to such a sluggish start either. But that Serbia game was wild. That was an instant classic.
Yeah, that game was incredible. An actual classic.
That was unbelievable. I never seen Kevin Durant so locked in after he forced that backcourt violation late in the fourth quarter that semifinal. I haven't seen him that locked in on defense, and I don't know how long. I mean, he was hype after he forced that turnover. I mean, it really means something to these guys.
Yeah, and it's
It's
good
great.
to see.
It's great to see, man. It's great for the game of basketball,
Yes, it is.
especially with it probably being Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James's final times playing with Team USA too.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be a great way to. It was a great way to look it out.
Sad stuff, really.
It's crazy we're not going to see those guys play together ever again. Probably.
Yep, the last Olympics. Maybe in an All-Star game we'll see them play together, but we will not see them play in another Olympics.
Yeah, no. Everybody's like LeBron should go to Golden State, or Nick Wright had that stupid trade idea where LeBron and Curry would go to the Spurs in a 3-way trade.
And go play with Wemby?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'd be sick for the league.
That would be. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world if that ever happened. I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, Curry Curry 8 threes back-to-back games. I'm still mind blown.
I know. And it was kind of, I mean, the semifinal, he was hot in the first half and then cooled off a little bit in the second half. Not that he shot poorly in the second half. And then in the first half, he was quiet. And then in the second half, he went crazy in this one. So.
Yeah, he really did. Fuck. I should have put some prize picks in.
Yeah, I forgot what I put. I put a over on Anthony Edwards' points. He didn't get it. It was like 10.5. He got 8. I put the under on Embiid's points. He scored 4. And his under was at like 12.5. I took the spread for the game too. It's 16.5. And they only won by 11.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be under that. I feel like the spread was way too wide.
Oh, no, I thought they were.
In France?
No, I thought they were going to smoke them. But, yeah, France put up.
Smoke them. The defense is too much.
Yeah.
They're not like Brazil, got a 41-year-old point guard. You know?
Yeah. You're not like that.
And you got Barbosa, who plays for the 3-on-3 Ice Cubes League, who doesn't even play for Brazil no more.
I forgot about Leandro Barbosa. That's a name, right?
That's a name, right? Pulled the Leandro Barbosa right out of my hat.
Man.
Want to name some names? Let's name some names. Jordan Crawford.
How about what's his name? Jordan.
Chat, get in this. Name some names with us. Chat, comment some names. We need some names of 90s random players and shit.
Oh, I don't have 90, but Jordan.
It doesn't even need to be 90s. It just needs to be like obscure players.
Jordan Farmer.
Ooh, Jordan Farmer.
Ooh.
Rafe LaFrentz.
Luke Rindauer.
Oh, now we're getting into white guys. Dan Dickow.
We're sticking with white guys. Kirk Heinrich.
Oh, Kirk. Nah, he's not random. Don't be disrespectful. He's the all-time Bulls leader in threes.
My fault. You got it.
He might be past that now. Zach LaVine might have passed him. Who the fuck knows? Probably did it one season. But shout out Kirk Heinrich. All right, random guys. Danielle Marshall.
Nazir Mohammed.
Nenad Kristich.
Hashim Thabit.
Mehmet Okur.
Phil Pressey.
Morris Peterson.
Yo.
Mopey.
Who do I got? Ronnie Turioff.
Ooh, that's a goodie. That makes me want to say Robert Sacre.
Steve Novak.
Discount double check.
3
He would
points.
do that. He'd hit a 3. He stole Aaron Rodgers' thing. Or maybe Aaron Rodgers stole his thing. They're both from Wisconsin. I think it was more Aaron Rodgers' thing.
3-point specialist.
Yeah, 3-point specialist, I'm about to say Aaron Rodgers. Steve Novak. All right, you want a real 3-point specialist, you got to talk about Jason Capono.
Jason. Now, that's didn't he win the 3-point contest?
Yeah.
I think he won the 3-point
For the
contest.
Raptors, yeah.
John Henson. Too easy. John Henson. Come on now.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's real tough. I'm talking about Irvin Johnson, but not Magic.
Oh, man.
The other Irvin.
Who do I got? I got Landry Fields.
I was going to say you started with Landry Fields, but you said Jordan Farmar, and they're basically the same person.
Exactly. Landry Fields.
Ooh, how about a little, what's his name?
You don't even know his name.
Don't even know his name. What about Kay Felder?
Kay Felder.
You remember Kay Felder, 5'9".
What was his name? Earl Boykins?
Ooh, Earl Boykins, a little Speedy Claxton action. Jamal McGlure.
Timothy Mozgov.
Interesting. Mike Dunleavy. Junior.
Drawing a blank here. I'm drawing a blank. Keith Bogans.
Eddie House.
God damn. Okay, that was quick. Leon Poe.
Malik Rose.
James Posey.
Ooh, James Posey. You know, I ran into James Posey. I actually sniped him in the summer league. Did I send you that picture of sniping James Posey? No, I gotta send it to you. I sniped James Posey in a hallway, and then I asked him for a real picture, and he said no. So I'm glad I sniped him.
He said no.
Said, yo, that's a James Posey. What's good, man? 2008 Celtics, you're the champs. So I'm a Celtics fan. What's up? And he was just like, oh, man, no picks. And he just kept walking. I was like, all right, man.
You sucked anyway.
Nah, he chill. James Posey hit some threes. I'm fucking with James. Posey was a man. If we're going to name names of another player who was on there, we could name the Sam Cassell.
Tony Roten.
Tony Allen.
Jamal Mashburn.
Alan Crabb. Oh, that one made you cringe. I ain't seen you cringe like that in a while. That was a true cringe. Name some. We're naming guys. Put it in the chat.
I'm just looking at teams right now, and hopefully it's
naming some random obscure players. Come name guys with us.
Shabazz Muhammad. I seen the Timberwolves, and I instantly thought Shabazz Muhammad. When you think Timberwolves, you think Shabazz. You don't think Garnett. You don't think Kevin Love. You don't think Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns. You think Shabazz Muhammad.
When I see that specific logo of the Timberwolves, I really do see Shabazz Muhammad, and it's disgusting. Black T-shirt, the T-shirt jersey. It was disgusting. They should be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. If I had to name a name right now, it would be Omer Asik.
Brendan Haywood.
Charlie Villanueva.
That was the one I was picking. That was literally the one I was picking. I swear to God.
You got a UConn legend, right? UConn legend.
You make me sick. Boris Diaw.
Nate Robinson.
I was gonna pick Nate Robinson earlier too, and I didn't pick him.
I feel like he's a guy you can name. It's not like he's a legend.
Yeah. But I feel like he's too well known almost. I don't know.
But he's a good callback. He's always a good time.
Yeah.
He's a spark plug. He's an energy guy. You need a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Charlie Day taught us anything.
Shout out Charlie Kelly.
Charlie Kelly. If he taught us anything, you need a wild card. You need Green Man.
You do need Green Man. You gotta drink gasoline once in a while.
You do. In paint.
Huff some paint.
You gotta drink paint, green paint on St. Patrick's Day. How do they get the beer green?
Exactly. Good point. My fault. OJ Mayo.
Green.
OJ Mayo.
Dino Raja.
All right, let me look at these teams here.
You You're looking up teams?
No, I don't have players. I just have teams set up. I just have the team. I just have standings.
You just have
So it sparks. Hopefully, it sparks something in my brain. In this small brain of mine. Trevor Ariza.
Aaron Brooks.
God damn it.
That's a deep cut.
Aaron Brooks was good for a second.
He was, right? Aaron Brooks cooked up.
Aaron Brooks was good for a second. Jeez. I'm struggling here. Ersan Ilyasova.
Jameer Nelson?
Jameer.
See.
Hedo Turkoglu.
Hedo Turkoglu. I was going to say, it was Hedo too good, and that's how I got to Jameer Nelson. Because Hedo, my God, have you seen what Hedo was doing back in the day? He was legit running. I'm not talking about a guy who could, facilitate a little bit and make a couple passes. No, he was running point. And I'm talking about a point when he didn't need a pick and roll. He was breaking down the defense, slashing, getting inside, creating, doing real shit. Hedo was dope. All right, let me think of a guy real quick.
I got one right. I finally got one.
You got one?
No, it's your turn, but I finally got a couple in my brain.
I got a guy who still lives on. Udonis Haslem.
Oh my God, Udonis Haslem. Danny Granger.
Ooh, Danny Granger. That's a name. I mean, I might as well just drop a Jonathan Bender if we're talking Grangers.
You want to talk centers, you look no further than Roy Hibbert.
Ugh. Well, oh, man. Roy was an all-star. I don't know, but he did have a big fall off.
He made the all-star team, and then he just turned in the garbage.
He had a little bit of an Andrew Bynum-esque career. For a little while, Bynum was the fucking man. And people were like, oh, Bynum was a real deal. And then literally in a season and a half, he was out of the league. He was gone. He went to, 2 teams real fast, and they were like, this guy's a scrub. He can't catch. Get him out of here.
Jody Meeks.
Jody Meeks. That's a good one. What about a Thomas Robinson?
I thought he was going to be so good. I was so high.
Didn't everyone?
Coming out of Kansas. Oh, my God. What the hell happened to him?
Thomas fucking Robinson. What happened to him? We're naming guys. Comment in the chat.
Sean Marion.
No, chill. You gotta take that back.
Why, you were saying that one?
No, there's just no Sean Marion. He can't say he's random.
That's not random?
No. Sean Marion, he locked up LeBron in the finals. He's the Matrix. He's got a nickname, and it's cool. He was the man. It can't be Sean Marion. He was in the 7 seconds or less offense with Steve Nash with his MVP years. He was the man. He's the Matrix.
You can't have Nate Robinson then. He's a 3-time dunk champion.
That's why he's obscure. But no. The Matrix.
More well known.
You weren't around. You don't know the Matrix.
No, Nate Robinson is more well known than Sean Marion.
There isn't a defender in the league like Sean Marion today. There isn't one of them.
I'm not here. You did Tony Allen. He was a
defender. He was obscure. He tore his ACL dunking after the buzzer.
No, ain't no way. He
wasn't a good player. He was never a good player. He was a great defender. The Matrix.
That's why he lasted in the league.
The Matrix was like Miles Bridges on steroids.
I'm not here.
The Matrix was like Miles Bridges when he raps with 2 AKs. That's the confidence that Sean Marion brought to the game.
Okay, I bet you more people know Nate Robinson than they do Sean Marion.
Potentially. Maybe you could say he's an obscure name. I would say a more obscure name would be like a Peja Stojakovic, even though he was like a top 5 MVP vote at one point.
That's crazy.
Maybe because he's more obscure because he's international. But
oh, come
Sean
on.
Marion?
Come on.
Ah,
You're crazy. Stojakovic was a 3-point sniper.
he was. But he played for the Kings. He played for the Kings. His whole generation, what happened to it? It got kind of lumped in with this gambling scandal and everything. No one actually remembers the games. They just say they were rigged. You know, we don't actually talk about what they did. We don't talk about C-Web enough. We don't talk about Abdur Rahim enough.
Oh, here we go. Now we're just naming names.
But I'm talking about the Kings. I'm talking about Peja. I'm talking about Mike Bibby. I'm talking about Doug Christie. I'm naming names.
Mike Bibby would have been a great name. Mike Bibby would have been a great fucking name, guy.
Right, Mike Bibby would have been solid.
Iman Shumpert.
That's a good name. We like that. We like that. What about a little Bino Udrih? Let's let that one in there. A little Bino Udrih.
How about Epke Udo?
Epke Udo. Andres Nocioni? The Bulls legend. Small forward. The GOAT. 2K6 legend.
Can I say Carlos Boozer? Is that obscure? That's not obscure enough.
I mean, with the spray painted head, I'll add it in. I'll allow it.
Spray painted head and beard.
And beard. He went from the bald head with the spray painted beard to the spray painted head with a clean face. No fit.
He got the spray painted head he lines it up with a Sharpie.
It's so gross.
Why
is this being done? But I mean, if you're gonna say no, I'd say Carlos Boozer is too much. You'd have to say Drew Gooden.
Yeah, Drew Gooden's a better name than Carlos Boozer.
Drew Gooden is more of a names guy than Carlos Boozer, but Boozer could be allowed because of all the tomfoolery outside of the fact.
Okay. Daniel Gibson.
Ooh, Booby Gibson. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do a little Daniel Gibson because I said Danielle Marshall.
You already said Danielle Marshall.
And I think Big Z is too much.
Yeah, Gauskas is that was LeBron's probably most well-known teammate before he went to Miami.
Yeah. But if we are going to name guys, I think Larry Hughes is on the cusp.
Oh, he's over. He's there.
He's there, right? He's too much.
Sonny doesn't agree with that, but I think Sonny's wrong. But I think Larry Hughes is a fine name.
Thanks, Sonny. All right.
Norris.
All right. If we're not naming Larry Hughes.
Norris Cole.
Then I'll have to. You cut me.
You just said Larry Hughes.
Oh, well, I thought it wasn't counted.
No, I'm saying Sonny didn't agree, but I did.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got Sonny's agreement. All right. So you said Norris Cole?
Yep, Norris Cole.
Ooh, what about Avery Johnson?
I'll give you another Avery. Avery Bradley.
Ooh, Avery Bradley. Okay. I'll give you Sean Bradley.
Bum. That's the worst of it, Bradley.
Tony Bradley.
Chris Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about Brad Miller?
Brad Miller. How about Mike Miller?
Headband. Ooh, Mike Miller. No, Mike Miller. Mike Miller got a podcast. He cool. He won Rookie of the Year.
Got a podcast? Everybody's got a podcast.
I know. Every bum's got a podcast.
Including us.
That's why we're too generic. We're just two generic white guys with a podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Back to naming guys.
Are you not? You're up, right?
I'm up. All right, I'm up on deck, and I'm gonna say, should I do it? Jared Sullinger.
That's a great name. A great name.
What about a Gabe Pruitt to refresh your memory?
That's not helping.
You don't remember Gabe Pruitt?
I remember Gabe Pruitt. It didn't help me though.
Oh,
It didn't spark anything.
How about a Gabe York? From you remember Gabe York, Hoop Mixtape legend?
What about Jason Smith?
Jason Smith. I remember a Jason Smith
From the Wizards.
Can I raise you a? I remember Jason Smith. Who was the Josh McRoberts.
Josh McRoberts.
Josh McRoberts, all the handle in the world.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Ooh, that's decent. That's decent. You know. What about? Dang, I don't know if you'll know this guy.
I got a good one right now. I got a good one.
You got a good one?
You're gonna really piss me off. Say this.
All right, I hope I steal it right now. I really hope I do. Antonio McDyess.
It's a good one. TJ Lawson.
DJ Lawson. Ooh. He's kind of new.
He hasn't played in a while.
Oh, yeah, DJ Lawson. We'll count it. It's allowed. DJ Lawson. What about... Do you remember Johnny Flynn?
Johnny Flynn.
If you really want to talk, you said Shabazz Muhammad was a gross Minnesota team. You know, when you see the logo, I remember the Johnny Flynn era, him and Rubio and everything. That was crazy. That was bad stuff.
What about what's his name? Nikola Petrovic.
Ooh, the Pekovic era. Yeah, he was like 15 and 15 whenever he wanted.
Good ball player.
That dude was strong. Now I think he's like the head of like the mafia or something.
I read about that.
Dead ass. Like it's like a known thing. The dude's the man. Who's gonna fuck with him? Honestly, he's strong as an ox. He's like 6'10". All right, if we're naming guys, I got a few. I can name.
You're up.
I can name a Gennaro Pargo.
That's pretty good.
Think France. Think Johnny O'Brien.
Johnny O'Brien. God.
Remember J.O.B. got drafted by the Bucks. He was on the Bucks for a little bit. There's another French guy they drafted, shooting guard, if you remember him.
Is Eric Bledsoe not obscure enough?
No. You could name an Eric Bledsoe. I'll allow it. All right, so yours is Eric Bledsoe. So I would say, where can we go from here? From Eric Bledsoe, we can roll that into a Rashad Vaughn. Yeah, UNLV's finest, Rashad Vaughn. Yeah, I'll give the college a drop. Very obscure. You know, Anthony Bennett isn't the only legend from UNLV.
Bennett, that's a name right there too.
Right? Number one pick is still somehow an obscure name. This is your go. Your go.
My go. He's.
You could do a throwback. Do a Mo Cheeks.
I'm thinking. This is tough.
You do any...
Hal Greer.
Al Greer, what a call! Nate Thurmond.
Now we're just going way back.
Right now we're going way back. This man said Hal Greer. I had to throw it back.
I don't know how obscure a Hal Greer name is, being that he's a Hall of Fame.
No, I know Hal Greer and Nate Thurmond are both Hall of Famers, but they're old school guys that no one really talks about. So it's like Sidney Moncrief.
Sidney Moncrief. Oh my God.
The best defender of all time. No one gives him credit.
I think he won the first Defensive Player of the Year award.
They invented it because of him.
There you go. Does Jahlil Okafor work?
Ooh, Jahlil Okafor works. We're down for that. I would have took a Frank the Tank. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they're a little obscure enough. And Jahlil Okafor definitely is obscure enough. He's over there playing in Puerto Rico right now in the BSN. Tune into the BSN PR if you want to watch some Puerto Rican basketball. It's good stuff over there. I watch the BSN. I see some real obscure guys playing for the BSN. I'll shout him out. Louis King.
Louis King. Oh, played in the NBA.
And he played for the Kings. Was a Kings legend, Louis King.
Yep. You might have gotten me. You might have gotten me this time.
I might have got you. The BSN couldn't refresh a little memory of any players who could be.
That did nothing for me.
No Carlos Arroyo? You didn't get reminded of maybe a Puerto Rican player?
It made it worse.
Oh, God. Because Carmelo, you can't count Carmelo. He's not obscure.
Right. Kurt Thomas.
Joe Ingles.
Didn't even get a second to think.
My bad. I'll give you time next time.
No,
I'll give you time.
You're winning. Theo Maladon.
Ooh. Pretty obscure. Could I fancy you in a little Dwayne Washington Jr.?
No, you can't.
I can't.
No, leave me alone.
Oh, man.
How about Denzel Valentine?
Oh, okay. Denzel Valentine. I raise you a Tyler Hansborough.
I raise you a Tyler Zeller.
I raise you a Marshall Plumlee. The ugliest of the Plumlees.
Oh. Marshall Plumlee.
Marshall, the young one. If that ain't obscure, I don't know what is.
That might be the most obscure of obscure of obscure.
For those of y'all, we're gonna look up Marshall Plumlee.
I think he might have played a game or two with the Knicks. I mean, with the actual NBA team.
He went in the Army. He's got more pictures in the Army than he does in the NBA. I'm gonna share the screen.
Yeah,
This is Marshall Plumlee. Can you name the player who's behind him?
I had to zoom in. Hold up. Looks familiar. I don't know who the hell he is, though. You know who it is?
I believe it could be Daniel House.
Yeah, it does look like Daniel House. Yep.
I think with a different haircut.
Yeah.
Because Daniel House today looks a lot different.
I just had like 3 names and I lost them all.
Yeah, it is. Look, Daniel House's original haircut with the Wizards, and then he went to the Rockets.
Yeah, I totally lost it.
Yep. 100% Daniel House Jr. What an look at me. My obscurity.
Colin Gillespie. I've had. Here.
Oh my God! What's my guy's name? What's my guy's name? Ron Baker. Knicks legend. Ron Baker.
That's impressive.
Wichita State.
That's impressive. Sam Merrill.
Ooh. Nah, he's broken history. That's a legend. You can't count him.
He broke his face on a fast break. And tore his up.
He did. Damn, Sam Merrill. That's tough. Can't come back from that one.
No.
But there is a Samuel Dallenberg. Gotcha.
That's a name. That's a fuck. Oh. That's a name right there. Holy hell. Gerald Wallace.
Gerald Wallace. All right. Yeah, we were talking about him a little bit, I think, on the throwback, because we had during the watch party, we were watching the Hardwood Classics. A little Bruce Bowen, the man who can't finish a shot or play.
Facts.
Can't believe he was actually out there. You had everyone out there. You had David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Every play was designed for Bruce Bowen to score. We watched that. I'm still mind blown, and I question what was Pop doing in that time. It was very strange. What about a Glenn Big Baby Davis?
That works. I don't know.
Zaza Pachulia, does that tickle your fancy?
I hate Zaza Pachulia, but that's a name.
We hate Zaza. Me too.
Ended Kawhi's career.
He almost turned Kawhi into an obscure player.
For real.
Remember that guy who stopped LeBron once?
Who?
That would have been Kawhi. And then that would have been the same. Your argument with Sean Marion. Because that's what he did to LeBron originally.
Mario Hezonja.
Super Mario. Oh, my God. The Italian Stallion.
That might be a good one to close out on for me because that took me a second.
All right. Mario Jones is your last one.
Yeah, because we got to talk about We'll just talk about the UFC real quick, or at least talk about the card now.
Oh, yeah. The card last night, I mean, Marcin Tybura fucking taps out in 2 minutes, his fat ass.
Yeah.
Spivak. And what else? What else happened? UFC.
Nothing really. I only watched the main card. Danny Barlow.
I told you Damon Jackson was going to get his ass whooped. He's fucking old. And then he looked old. He looked like an old man trying to stay alive.
They could have ended that fight in the second round, too.
Chipe had a cut, though, but still.
Yeah, he looked horrible. Danny Barlow refused to throw his hands last night, and he still won.
Still won.
Both guys really didn't want to throw.
Told you Chris Gutierrez was going to win against the undefeated Quang Lee.
But I think he stepped in late for Basharat. That would have been a good fight.
Gutierrez
and Basharat, that would have been a pretty good fight. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't really a lot on this card. This card sucked.
Yeah, it was buns.
And I feel like
I've
been saying that a lot lately.
Next week is going to be some good stuff. You got an Izzy fight basically on the night of your birthday.
Yep, he'll be on he'll be on probably at midnight or something. So
that's what I'm saying. It'll be 10. Yeah, he'll probably fight around midnight.
I'm gonna be. That's gonna be my birthday present. Watching an Izzy decision. Watching Izzy win 3-2 in a point fight. Because all the.
That's gonna be your birthday punishment.
Yeah, every time they say, "Oh, there's bad blood," they hate each other. 9 times out of 10, the fight sucks.
Right. But I don't know about this one.
I feel like Izzy's more motivated in this one. I feel like it kind of threw him off, to be honest, facing Sean Strickland, because I think he was focused on fighting. I thought he thought the next fight was definitely going to be Duplessis, and then it turned out to be Strickland. And then I think, I'm not saying he took days off of camp, but maybe he didn't take Sean Strickland as seriously as he should have.
Yeah.
And maybe
his ranking, he was low.
And also he wanted to fight in Australia. That was a big thing. So maybe he kind of, rushed to go back there. Maybe he should have waited another month or two. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think he's motivated in this one. And I feel like a lot of the times when there's trash talk or people are doubting him, he kind of comes back. You go to the Derek Brunson fight, he was trash talking him a bunch. Sure. You go to the Costa fight, they were talking trash. He pieced them up the whole fight. Mm-hmm. The second Pereira fight in the UFC, came back.
Word. He's got the bounce back.
I just feel like when he's more motivated, he's got something to prove. I feel like he's gonna win. I feel like in the Cannonier fight, there was nothing really that. I mean, he won the fight, but there was no animosity between each other. There was no real trash talk or any real motivation. Vettori, I don't know. I thought that was kind of forced. They were trying to sell the fight more than what it actually was. But I feel like with this one, he's motivated. I also just think he's a better striker. I just think he's more technical. And I think Duplessis can kind of get a little reckless. He does move forward a lot. So I don't know if that's going to throw Izzy off his game more. Mm-hmm. But Izzy's also a great counter striker. And we've seen that countless times. So I'm taking Izzy in this one. But the main card's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm liking the main card. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I like Urseg.
Yeah, I like Urseg as well. Urseg's winning that shit.
Because I thought they could have easily given him that title fight. I mean, I thought he won or almost won that title fight against Pantoja. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gamrot's going to run through Hooker. That's a bad fight for Dan Hooker. I hope Ty bounces back against Rosenstrike.
Yeah. I'm saying the same thing there.
And the Leech hasn't fought since that Diaz and Chimaev fight fell through, and they had to change everything around. So this will be his first time back since then.
I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Leech in that one.
But he did lose to Rodriguez. But
that whole card was messed up.
He beat Ponzi. Yeah, he beat Ponzi. He lost to Jake Matthews in the decision. This dude's tough as nails, but he also has beat Who's that guy? Carlos Prates just beat him too. Trevin Giles.
Yeah.
Just beat him.
I would say bet the house on Jack Jenkins against Herbert Burns.
Really?
Bet the house.
Again, let me see. Hold on.
Jack Jenkins and his leg kicks, man, against Herbert Burns. Herbert Burns is awful.
Where is that? I don't even see it.
It's on the prelims.
Oh, I see it.
Second fight on the
Jack
prelims.
Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. You said bet the house on Jenkins?
Yeah. Bet the house on Jenkins. Bet the house on Santos against O'Neal. Yeah, those are going to be two of my picks there.
Santos over. I don't even see Santos fighting.
They're before Burns. They're the fight.
Yeah, I see it, but it says it's Casey O'Neal versus Teresa Bleda. But then it's canceled next to it.
Yeah, so it's Luana Santos fighting Casey O'Neal.
Luana Santos.
She got that submission game.
Okay. So you think she about to take her down and tap her out or something?
Yeah. She just fought in July, too.
So by submission?
I'll take her by submission, yeah.
Take her by submission? I don't know, back to back. That's hard fighting a month apart.
Hey, man.
She's got to make weight. But, all right. It's about that time. I know you got to go early today, so I don't want to hold you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Rich, what else you got to say?
USA.
USA?
World champions or what? Keep talking, Noah Lyles. Keep talking.
Number one. World champs. Gold medal. Both of them. You know? We got first place in men's basketball, first place women's basketball, and most importantly, we're number one in your hearts. So thanks for tuning in to Too Generic. We'll be back at it again next week. All right, y'all. We out of here this time for real. Peace.
Adios.